South Australian rangelands sheep and wool producer Geoff Power has shown that cooperation with neighbours is key to reducing the biosecurity risk for problems such as lice. He and his neighbours have a strategy in place and together have close to eradicated the problem.
When in this area we had a real biosecurity problem with lice, and the way we overcame that was to have a bit of a meeting about lice with adjoining landholders and work out a strategy as to how we were going to get out of the problem. And we did that. We decided we all shore our sheep roughly at the same time of the year, and so that was a great start. And then instead of just throwing sheep over a fence, if you've got a neighbour's sheep, we always leave them in the yard, and that neighbour can then come and pick up those sheep and use a long wool dip or anything on those sheep that might help in controlling the problem.
Left unmanaged, lice can have a devastating impact on sheep flocks.
Production-wise, you could lose up to 10% of your clip if you didn't do something about lice. If you've got lice this year and you don't do anything about it, you can be rest assured the following year it's going to be 3 or 4 times as bad. The advice is to be proactive rather than reactive. So if you can get on top of a problem before it's actually there, your profitability, your production and the well-being of the livestock is enhanced. So talk to your neighbours. Don't be frightened to let your neighbours know if you've got a problem. These things will occur, and so you're best to actually sit down and nut out a strategy with your neighbours to actually become proactive about a problem.
That proactive mentality combined with the cooperative approach is having the desired effect.
And since we've been doing that, look, I wouldn't say we've eliminated the problem. You can never say you can eliminate a problem such as lice, but we're really on top of it.
Emma Rook from the Livestock Biosecurity Network says working with your neighbours is going to reduce your risk and also their risk of sharing a lice infection.
Studies suggest that 40 to 50% of flocks have lice. If that's the case, that's a massive productivity impact for sheep producers. It's important for neighbours to work together on lice control, firstly because it is very infectious, and secondly because if animals are straying between properties, then it's a really high chance of spreading lice.
Like all good biosecurity strategies, it starts with putting pen to paper.
Yeah, one way of formalising arrangements to work together between neighbours is to have a written plan, and that does a number of things. First, it helps you identify your risks, but then it also helps you identify common priorities that you can work on together and also make a plan for how you're going to address those.
Mr. Power says the focus on biosecurity should be a no-brainer for every livestock producer and their neighbours.
Biosecurity is important to our operation. It's pretty simple, really. It's all about production, profitability and the well-being of our sheep.
Guidelines and templates for developing an on-farm biosecurity plan are available on the LBN website at www.lbn.org.au.